Hello, fellow modelers. Long time hunter, first time finder. I finally scored at a thrift store. Hello, I'm Mike, and welcome to my train room. Army, and I found this. $70 for 2 totes, 1 box, and 2 rows of scenery. Grass. Couldn't pass it up. I've not even looked in them yet to see what's all's in there, so join me while I do. And my wife, being an eBayer, has already taken the liberty of looking these up. These are a German brand. I couldn't even begin to pronounce it. Galand to pitch. But looks like they're selling on eBay from anywhere from $40 to $58 a roll. So right there is, gave 70. Right there's money back. Because I don't need that fake grass on my railroad. All right, let's get started here. Let's start with the box. It's the easiest. Looks like we have a taped on bag of telephone poles of looks like they're mostly the same. There's some got transformers, some don't. Some looks to be single cross buck, some double. So there's that. An Athearn power supply, which I'll have to check out later. Looks like it's in good clean shape. I honestly didn't know. I've got a lot of Athearn cars. Didn't know Athearn made a power supply, so I like that. Alright, looks like we got a lot of this, I don't know what brand this is, Easy Track or okay, it's Lifelike Power Track. Okay, so it looks like we got 25 curves and 1 switch. Seems to be a little jammed up there, but well, maybe it's not getting my thumb. Okay, no, it's working okay. All right, some incremented risers here. We got here 2 track, 16 volts in, a Bachmann controller. That seems to be froze up. That's alright, I'd never use it anyway. That, some decals here. See those? John Deere crane set up here. I haven't seen anything in the boxes where I could see that's John Deere, but oh, this is from Athearn. Eco Skill train set. Well, we can only hope it's buried in there somewhere. And that empties that box. And we'll go to this tote. Grantline Products. Petroleum Distributors. There's a nice photograph. Photograph ought to be worth something. Lifelike Trains. Okay, it's just a booklet for a Lifelike train set, which if it's in here, okay. If it's not, okay, because yeah, Lifelike never rated real high, especially the older stuff, which I assume this is. Tape off. Now, let's see here. We've got a slightly broken crossing gate. That one looks like it's working. That may be fixable. There was a paper for that. Yes, that would be the operating dual crossing gate. Bunch more picket fencing. And a plastic sprue with nothing left on it. Section of fencing. Okay, just same thing. Power lock, yes it is. There's some of the straights. 1, 2, 3. And the second switch. So we've got a right hand and a left hand. And that looks like that brings us up to 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40, 45 curved sections and 10 straights and 2 switch tracks. Oh, and we got 2 more straights, 12 straights. And then we've got a little building here of some kind. Not sure what that is. Okay, let's see here. We've got a kind of a not sure they got that put together right. That's all building. Another Lifelike transformer. Wall wart of some voltage. I can't read it with the cord wrapped around it. We'll do that later. We've got a lot of what are now flat cars. Oh, it's got Katie's or some type of horn hook couplers on them. At least those be worth something. That had been a caboose at one time. That's got a busted off coupler. Another horn hooks. Yeah, that'll be our other riser. Another not sure what this would have been in its past. You need to research that a little bit. Not sure. I do believe that is the sops, as they're called. Oh. Pipe stuff. I don't see the white roofing yet. Or the doors. We'll keep digging. Exxon service station. We'll run out of room here. Let's set this tote. Down here. And, oh, there's another one. Okay. Must be a few more of them in here, hopefully. See, we got a little cheapy car there. And some kind of a warehouse building. Lots of parts. Looks like lots of parts. Well, there's the SO decal, so we'll assume the SO station's in here also. There's another tank. Goes along with this tank. Ah, there's the white. Apparently this was started and never completed. The shop. Possible little barn maybe. Empty baggie. Another one of those. Here we've got a yeah. It seems to be missing a truck. A lot of buildings in need of a lot of repair. A waiting station. A roof. Anybody missing a roof? Right. Shipping on the Frisco. Body. Maybe it goes to one of those. Another base. The building. Telephone pole that slipped out of the bag. What else we got here? Oh, there's the rest of our lumber for that, so that's complete. Don't know what that is. All that. The signal missing. I guess it's green lens. Trees. Nach dem Vorbild der Natur. I don't speak German. My people come from Germany, but I don't speak German. Heike. Tree landscape. Those some nice trees though. Bunch of little evergreens it looks like. Trees don't come cheap either. Nothing comes cheap anymore. There's another box of trees of a slightly different shape. Oh. There's some more of the shops that's been pulled off the sprues. Some more panels that started getting worked on. What else we got here? Top of a water tower. Pretty much everything else in here looks like bits and pieces of partially assembled buildings that have been assembled and fallen apart. Well, we got a person. Whoa. That's a little conductor man. Swinging his lantern. Well, we got several people here. All need to be painted. Newspaper boy. Extra. On floor person. Looks like a lady with a coat over her arm and her suitcase by her side waiting to board a train. Oh, there's too many here to go through. There's another 20 people or so. Some blank signage. No, not blank, just not painted. Doors, windows, wheels. A little gold and black police car. The telephone pole. Lots of people. Staircase. There's the Exxon sign. And it looks like everybody got everything vintage. The rest is little parts, wheel sets, and whatnot that's come off of things that's never been put on. So that takes us down to the last tote. Turn our attention this way. Back. Set this tote down. Another box of trees. German brand. The stuff in this one looks to be in a little bit better shape. Keep off my hands. Okay, what do we got here? We've got an old colonial home. Looks like it's in pretty decent shape, so needing some windows and a chimney here and there. Another one of those same buildings there. Not sure what they are. Have to see if I can research them a bit and figure it out. We get the big coal tipple, I guess that is here. And the little whatever you want it to be building. You can all see that. Flight of steps going up to that door and into the two back doors. Looks like it's pretty complete. There's a Swift's premium truck. That's pretty nicely detailed. Over the little car. Little church. A hopper of some type. A working hopper. Coal hopper, I assume. Pull the plunger and open up the bottom. And this has there's some of the missing windows. Part of a, oh, it's a white metal farm tractor. Missing the front wheels and one back wheel. I see the back wheel in here. Another people. Not sure who he is. Looks like another conductor of some type. Part of a bogie or wheel set. There's the other big tractor wheel. And that could be anybody's guess. The door. 3 windows. Hopefully those are the windows missing out of the back of that building I just had. And some dirt. And that leaves us with this building here. Barn. Maybe. Okay. And we're down to what looks like mostly cars here. Train cars. Got a Casey Jones caboose shell. nice little Hennis. See spiders moving in on this one. Nice little truck. How about we put this track away? Okay. Let's push him back here. There's the Swift's premium truck. It's in pretty good shape with the Swift's premium tractor. Not a bad little rig. Don't think this is part of the train set. It says to remove shipping brace before placing unit in service. Whatever the unit was. I guess it's going to be garbage. Okay, what do we got here? We've got somebody touched up and painted themselves door. Didn't do a really good job. No couplers. I can't see. There's some nice detail on the bottom, but don't see it's a wooden kit. Okay, the rest that's decals. They didn't do a bad decal job. They did a lousy paint job on the hinges, but oh well. We have another flatbed truck here. And some of these cars. We've got oh, there's the John Deere. Okay. Again, no couplers. It does have all its wheels. John Deere tank car. And that's all I see. Little Bachmann steam engine, 060 it looks like. Maybe it runs, maybe it don't. We'll check it out. There's the John Deere caboose. Horn hooks and broken railing. It's sad when people just throw everything in a tote like this that somebody has had for a while. John Deere box car. There's the old John Deere engine, F7 maybe. I assume there's no name on it. I'm assuming Bachmann made this. John Deere flat car. There's another wooden car kits. It's pretty nice. Good detail. Got a Morrell Meats car. Lifelike. Nothing will be high end in here, but for $70. The price of stuff today. There's an L&N boxcar, since I'm from L. Lifelike. The old New York Central caboose. Made in USA, that's rare. Don't know by who, but nice little Santa Fe with his truck hanging out. If it just snaps in there, he's been dropped. Probably in this box. Lifelike. We have the Casey Jones tender. Missing one axle. Wheel set, if you would. Of dirt. Union Pacific. Lifelike. Cattle car. The old Union Pacific Maintenance Away gondola. I'll probably have a few of those. Santa Fe caboose. Screw-on trucks, body-mounted couplers. No couplers in there, but body-mounted pockets. Makes me wonder. It almost looks like Athearn, but not sure. Matheson dry ice. Another wood kit. A reading. A Reading. Caboose. Another wood kit. Little gondola with screw-on trucks and body-mounted couplers. Southern Pacific, made in Taiwan. Brand. A lot of wood kits. Huh. Must have really got into those. Okay, those have the couplers. Let's see, we got a Milwaukee gondola. Another wood kit, just busted the side out of it. So Bachmann with KD couplers. Missing one wheel set. Penn Salt. This is not sure what this is supposed to be. Well strapped down, whatever they were, or is. Been in somebody's garage, it looks like. I recognize it from the debris in my garage. Alright, we'll clean these up later. A little hopper car. Another little trailer, Santa Fe. Another little trailer, Santa Fe. I would say those go on a flat car as a load, possibly. One full tube of non-toxic cement for plastic models. Baggie full of coal. That's what I get for Christmas. Trash, trash, trash. Ooh, a steak knife. Always use one of those, I guess. That looks like that might be the Gulf Mobile in Ohio, GM&O. I guess that's the, that might be the truck hauler. No, wasn't big enough for two, but it's missing the other part down there, so. Another bulkhead truck, flatbed. Blue luggage or blue, I don't know if it'd be luggage or pull behind flatbed trailer. Another one with one wheel set. And this seems to be all the train cars. We're missing police car out there. There's two more. And a lot more windows and doors and little vehicles. There's one with pumpkins in it. No front wheels. Little blue. Into what that is. Packard maybe? Something. Let's see. Of course not. Another semi. Wayne Feeds. There's the Wayne Feeds trailer. Little cheap car. A wrecker. A Hennis Freight Lines tractor. Little John Deere tractor, I guess, goes on the John Deere. Yeah, okay. Should be another one, and there it is. Okay, little John Deere tractors that go on the flat car, John Deere flat car. They're here. A flatbed truck. Pretty decent little vehicles. Carpenter's workshop. Looks like he's carrying casket tops. I don't know. Some stacks of looks like about be anything you want it to be. Cases of soft drinks, canned goods, whatever. Not sure what that might have been. One of those tanks. Some more little trees. Handle off of somebody's saw or something. Pickup truck. Not too shabby. And last one, no telephone pole. I see mostly just some parts. More stacks of whatever they are. Little building. Go with that little building. Telephone pole. Unpainted cab of a truck. Seems to be it. There's the box top of the John Deere set. And a bunch of little tiny broken up parts that come off of things. But that's it. Not too bad for 70 bucks. I don't have any HO track up right now, so I can't even test the three engines. Looks like Casey Jones goes with this. Is this a Casey Jones maybe? Casey Jones tender must go with that little 060. That's it. That's my score. But I was so shocked to walk in there. We've gone into that Salvation Army probably 100 times, and I've never found much anything that interests me. I'm usually just looking for utility stuff, and my wife's looking to resell stuff, and I just happened to look up there and saw 2 totes and a box of train stuff, and the sign saying take all for $70, and I thought, oh, I got to see what's in there. And so there it is. So until then, happy railroading.